Basically, I sprained my ankle, tore the ligament, bruised everything, tore the other side of. So guys, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident.
Examined him, and we're determining whether he's going to be fit to box. If he's not well enough, then obviously he won't fight, but we don't know what the outcome is yet.
Jake Paul shocks the boxing world with a stunning injury just days before facing Anthony Joshua. Fans and insiders are in disbelief. How could a fighter of his caliber be sidelined at the final hour? The timing is catastrophic. The stakes sky high. And now everyone is asking, can Paul recover in time? Or is this fight on the verge of collapse?
Couldn't walk, was on crutches, missed about 2 weeks of sparring. That was good enough to go in there, but I definitely felt that my cardio was affected, but I think I healed my ankle.
Jake Paul pulling out of the AJ fight has unleashed a storm online. Social media is trolling him mercilessly, claiming he's scared to face Anthony Joshua after this late injury. Eddie Hearn's frustration only adds fuel to the fire. Huge money is on the line, and fans are now questioning if Paul has the courage to step back into the ring.
To pull out with all the money that's been spent and for squeaky bum time is not the way forward. And I think Jake Paul's game.
Jake Paul pulled the ultimate cringe move, getting injured in sparring just before facing Anthony Joshua. Fans are roasting him hard online, calling him scared to step into the ring. Johnny Nelson is demanding answers, and honestly, who can blame him? Jake's hype is tanking, his credibility is on the line, and the boxing world is loving every second of this meltdown.
Unfortunately, there is going to be, there needs to be an inquiry straight after this, why, what. But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the place.
Andy Lee's warning just makes Jake Paul look even worse. Injuries happen, sure, but Paul's timing screams cowardice. He's now being roasted online like never before, with fans calling him a scared hype machine hiding behind crutches. The AJ fight was supposed to be huge, and Paul's antics have turned it into a circus, leaving him looking soft, unprepared, and completely laughable.
And you know, he doesn't understand what the business means to us. So, you know, again, this is not something that we do often, but we're not fucking around here because, you know, see you, mate, well done.
Anthony Joshua just demolished Jake Paul's credibility. Pulling out after a sparring injury makes Paul look like a scared little puppy hiding from a real fighter. Social media is having a field day roasting him, and AJ's words leave no doubt. This isn't hype boxing, it's real, and Paul is exposed as soft, unprofessional, and completely out of his depth.
Fight this guy. If I'm fighting that guy, I'm gonna fight that guy. There's none of this dodge him or dodge that. That's none of my business.
Spencer Brown's chaos behind the scenes perfectly sums up Jake Paul's mess. Fans are roasting him like crazy for creating panic over an injury that conveniently paused the AJ fight. Phones ringing, staff panicking, and Paul sitting out, he looks soft, unprepared, and like a total clown. The hype bubble around him is bursting, and AJ's reputation keeps climbing while Paul crumbles.
It was, well, we knew half an hour ago. You probably noticed I've been on the phone running back and forth.
Johnny Nelson hints at a deeper scheme, and Jake Paul looks even worse. Whether it's fear, money, or just poor planning, Paul's injury pullout is a total embarrassment. Fans are tearing him apart online, calling him soft, scared, and a circus act. The AJ fight was supposed to boost his name, but now Paul's only legacy is looking like a joke in front of the entire boxing world.
You know, like we don't know, but that's really, really rattled him for him to think of and plan doing something like that.
Charlemagne hints at some behind-the-scenes chaos, and if the rumors about Jake Paul dodging Anthony Joshua are true, it's another black mark on his record. Fans are roasting him mercilessly, calling him scared and opportunistic. This isn't just an injury story, it's shaping up as a career-defining embarrassment. Every excuse he makes now fuels the narrative that Jake is more hype than substance. And boxing insiders are already questioning if he has the guts to face a real champion like AJ. the speculation only grows, leading perfectly into the frustration we'll hear from the next commentator.
I'm just saying, if the rumors are true, you know what I mean? If the rumors are true, because that's what I was told, and they said, I heard they were just looking for a reason to part ways.
YB Patreon's words cut deep. Jake Paul's injury excuse is getting shredded online. Fans see right through it, calling him soft and unprofessional. Linking back to Charlemagne's point, the rumors of him avoiding AJ now feel more credible. Paul's credibility is imploding, and the hype around him is crumbling into memes and social media roasts. The fight world is buzzing, and the public sees Jake as someone running from reality. A man who might finally meet the consequences of overhyped bravado. This chaos sets the stage for Frank Warren's more clinical perspective on whether Paul can even step into the ring.
I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out, oh, I was injured. Well, if he was injured, you won't be injured in...
Frank Warren brings the harsh reality. Jake Paul's fate now lies in medical evaluation, and if he's deemed unfit, the AJ fight is dead. This ties directly to the rumors Charlemagne mentioned and the criticisms YB Patreon highlighted. Paul's timing and excuses are under the microscope. Fans and insiders are merciless, mocking him as a hype machine hiding behind a sparring injury. The uncertainty continues to build, and while Paul scrambles to save face, the boxing world is already envisioning how Anthony Joshua will capitalize on this embarrassment, making it one of the most talked about controversies in recent boxing history.
And we're determining whether he's going to be fit to box. If he's not well enough, then obviously he won't fight, but we don't know what the outcome is yet.
Johnny Nelson doesn't hold back. He's basically calling out Jake Paul for chasing cash over courage. Linking to Frank Warren's and YB Patreon's points, it's clear Paul's injury might just be a convenient cover for avoiding a real challenge. Fans are ruthless, roasting him as a hype artist who can't handle a true boxer like AJ. If Paul backs out now, he risks ending his career as a spectacle, leaving only memes, criticism, and questions about whether he ever had the guts to fight a legitimate champion.
Himself might be cashing out because the big purses that he's pulling, fighting these has-beens or ex-fighters, they're dropping slowly but surely. So maybe, just maybe, this might be his last fight, getting in there with Anthony Joshua and getting knocked out.
Frank Warren doesn't mince words. Jake Paul's situation is a spectacle of epic proportions. Calling it a car crash perfectly sums up the mess. Fans are glued to every update, watching Paul implode while Anthony Joshua waits patiently. Linking back to Logan Paul's shock, the narrative is clear. Jake is crumbling under pressure, and this injury excuse is only making him look weaker. The hype around him is evaporating, replaced by relentless trolling and ridicule. Frank's blunt perspective underscores that boxing isn't just entertainment. It exposes the soft underbelly of overhyped fighters. Paul's antics have turned the AJ fight into a drama-filled circus, and the world is eating it up.
I was the first person to see it, and I was like, dude, fuck, bro, this is wild. I can't believe this is happening. I immediately felt really bad for Jake.
Frank Warren doesn't mince words. Jake Paul's situation is a spectacle of epic proportions. Calling it a car crash perfectly sums up the mess. Fans are glued to every update, watching Paul implode while Anthony Joshua waits patiently. Linking back to Logan Paul's shock, the narrative is clear. Jake is crumbling under pressure, and this injury excuse is only making him look weaker. The hype around him is evaporating, replaced by relentless trolling and ridicule. Frank's blunt perspective underscores that boxing isn't just entertainment. It exposes the soft underbelly of overhyped fighters. Paul's antics have turned the AJ fight into a drama-filled circus, and the world is eating it up.
You do it or not, this is a car crash, and people will watch it because that's what people do at car crashes. That's what this is.
Duke McKenzie cuts through the noise with cold logic. Jake Paul's antics are messy, yes, but the sport itself remains untarnished. This ties perfectly with Frank Warren's car crash metaphor. Paul's pullout is entertainment chaos, not a knock on boxing. Fans continue roasting him online, pointing out his fear and lack of preparation. AJ remains the professional, while Paul looks like a hype machine hiding behind excuses. It's show business at its finest, and worst for Jake. The drama sets the stage for Carl Froch, whose take brutally exposes exactly why Paul is nowhere near ready to face a fighter of Joshua's caliber.
See, there's any harm in it. It doesn't bring the sport into disrepute in any way. This is the show business world that we live in. There's the fight game and then there's the fight business. And from the business perspective, that's probably just sold another 1 million tickets worldwide to people to watch this fight because they're going to watch it.
So you're saying this is exactly what was needed?
Exactly.
The Jake Paul saga comes to a chaotic, meme-filled climax. After claiming a sparring injury, bailing on Anthony Joshua, and igniting a social media roast storm, Jake has officially embarrassed himself. Every pundit, from Logan Paul's shocked reaction to Carl Froch's brutal takedown, has painted him as soft, unprepared, and utterly out of his depth. Fans are ruthless, flooding Twitter with memes, calling him a hype machine, hiding behind excuses, and questioning if he even has the heart to step into a real boxing ring. Anthony Joshua, meanwhile, stands tall and unshaken, ready to expose the hype for what it really is. This isn't just a pulled fight. It's a lesson in credibility, preparation, and the harsh reality of facing a seasoned champion. Boxing fans, this is the moment to weigh in. Will Jake Paul ever recover from this PR nightmare? Or is his era of hype officially over? Could he ever step back in and face AJ without the world laughing at him? Drop your opinions. Roast him yourself.
This is a one-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
The Jake Paul saga comes to a chaotic, meme-filled climax after claiming a sparring injury, bailing on Anthony Joshua, and igniting a social media roast storm. Jake has officially embarrassed himself. Every pundit, from Logan Paul's shocked reaction to Carl Froch's brutal takedown, has painted him as soft, unprepared, and utterly out of his depth. Fans are ruthless, flooding Twitter with memes, calling him a hype machine, hiding behind excuses, and questioning if he even has the heart to step into a real boxing ring. Anthony Joshua, meanwhile, stands tall and unshaken, ready to expose the hype for what it really is. This isn't just a pulled fight, it's a lesson in credibility, preparation, and the harsh reality of facing a seasoned champion. Boxing fans, this is the moment to weigh in. Will Jake Paul ever recover from this PR nightmare? Or is his era of hype officially over? Could he ever step back in and face AJ without the world laughing at him? Drop your opinions, roast him yourself.